Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to make the analysis of the game between IU and Central Connecticut State. 2 parts, and I'll handle like the first half today, and then tomorrow I'll do like the second half and just the game overall. But hey, first of all, I want to say we're praying for you, Austin. I hope you get the feeling better. He did have a broken kneecap in the game, and just everybody should keep him in your prayers. I mean, it was pretty intense. I know he was going through a lot of pain when he was down on the floor. You could just hear him yell, and I mean, just agony. So, I mean, he was in a lot of pain, but hopefully he gets, I think he had surgery today, so I don't know how long he's going to be out. But he was getting some minutes, so, which was pretty cool. Hey, anyway, let's get to the first half of this game. Indiana shot 63%. I don't think Central Connecticut State, I mean, in the beginning, I knew, I mean, when I read up on them and stuff, I knew they didn't have anybody in the post that could challenge Zell or Watford. I mean, they have like 2 goals and that's it. I mean, but their front court is very weak, and I knew they could cause all kinds of mismatches and stuff, but when it comes to the first few minutes of the game, I think Indiana got off to a better start. They got Watford and Zell into the game right away. I mean, I think they each scored pretty early into the game, and I think that was important. I was going to say that and how to fix IU's slow starts, but I think that's definitely something that they could do, and they did it. They got them involved right off the bat. So, and I think that was good because it establishes confidence. If you get a good high percentage shot to Waffle and Zell, they're going to make it for the most part, and then that establishes confidence. You know, if you start off the game shooting threes or something and you miss, it might mess with the team mentally. So I think it's important to get Watford or Zell a shot early on into the game, in the game. So in the first half, we outscored Central Connecticut State 34-12, which that ain't no surprise. Like I said, Central Connecticut State had no front court. I knew we had mismatches, so that wasn't a surprise at all. And Zell was 13. He had 13 points, 7 boards, 5 for 7 in the first half. He had a pretty good first half. And then I think Indiana did a better job spacing out and getting movement offensively, and so I think they put, Waffle's been struggling. I mean, he's only 36% from the field, I think. But I think watching this game, it made me realize I think some of it is just they haven't really been putting Waffle in a position to have success shooting the ball. So I think it was just how they were setting it up, because this game they put Waffle. I mean, Waffle was right in position where he could have the most success shooting the ball, and I didn't really see that looking back to the other games, and so I think they just need to get better at getting Waffle in a position where he can have a lot of success shooting the ball or dunking it or scoring. And I think they did it pretty good. I mean, maybe it's because Central Connecticut State don't have no front court. There's major mismatches in the paint, but still, they just did a better job. He was just shooting at odd places where he shouldn't be shooting, I think, and just in situations where he shouldn't have been shooting. So I don't know. Anyway, Indiana did a good job setting Waffle up, and that was encouraging. Then you had Sheehy, who I'll tell you right now, I think there ain't anybody in the country that's better from the baseline than Sheehy. I mean, for some reason, he just likes that baseline. He'll go up the baseline and just spin around and dunk it. I mean, he's just amazing. And he did that a couple times. The real star of the game, the first half anyway, is Oladipo. He's just proven that he's one of the most explosive players in the country. He's shown how he's one of the most athletic players in the country, one of the most explosive, and the most, probably has to be one of the top versatile players in the country. I mean, he can do it all. And he just put on a dunk fest. I mean, just a flat-out dunk fest. And, boy, I don't know. Indiana is... I just couldn't imagine them without Oladipo, he's just... and he just gets the crowd pumped up, and he's just intense, and wow. So Indiana, they had a pretty good first half, and and that's the thing with Indiana. You don't just have Zeller, you don't have just Oladipo, you don't have Sheehy, but you have all kinds of players that they have a good 7 or 8 that can take over a game at any minute. Unbelievable. And that's a sign of a national championship contender in itself. They have 5 players averaging double digits. So they're distributing the ball excellent, and they did against Central Connecticut State. Something that I think they should have done in the first half, I'm still looking for them to do it. That's pressing. I think, honestly, they need to come out pressing right from the start. I think they, and I want to see more aggression in the press. And I want to see them changing what type of presses they use. And I don't know. I don't know if Crane, I'm thinking Crane's holding back because Perea gets back next Saturday against Butler. But he is holding back with the press for some reason. I don't know why. I think we should. We're only playing Central Connecticut State. I don't see why, even without Perea, I don't see why we couldn't press. We still have a deep bench. I think Zeller and Waffle, another reason why he might be holding back with the press some is I think Zeller and Waffle's had more minutes that than what we want them to have at this point in the season, and that was because of the 9-game suspension between Jolkins and Perea, so they'll have them to play a lot of minutes, and a little bit more minutes than what I would like, and I think Indiana don't. I don't think Queen like playing them as many minutes as they've been playing. So, and defensively, like I said, I think this team can get a lot better defensively. They're doing good. I'm just not satisfied with it. I don't know, and that's hopefully when they bring Perea back this Saturday against Butler. Hopefully you see a difference in defense. That's the thing that's scaring me. I mean, they really need to work on defense. I mean, they're doing fine in defense, but they need to improve. But Oladipo did hold the Kyle guy, Kyle Benna. His last name starts with a V, and I don't know how to spell his name. I guess he was the leading scorer in the country, which I knew he was a good player. I mean, I did do research before on him, and I knew that their guards were good. I mean, he was averaging 25.9 points per game, and that's about 26 points a game, and that's a lot. I guess he was leading the country, but in the first half, Oladipo shut him down pretty good. I think he was like 2 for 9. He only had 4 points. So, I mean, but still, I think Indiana needs to get better defensively. And I just don't understand why we're not being more aggressive with the press. I mean, I can understand it not having Perea, but still, they did have certain stretches in the game. Well, I think they went 3 or 4 minutes without scoring. I think you'll have that, but defensively, I think you need to. I think they need to step it up defensively. But tomorrow, like I said, I'll talk about the second half, and I will also talk about the game in general, just overall. I just haven't had the time to watch and analyze the second half totally. But, and then those rumors, big rumors, the Big Ten's thinking about pulling 2 other teams into the Big Ten on top of Maryland and, what's the other team, and Rutgers. But North Carolina's one of them. Unbelievable. I'm totally against it. Totally. North Carolina and somebody else, but that's just too much. I don't want that to happen. But, oh well, yeah, that's all I have right now. So, go IU. Peace.
Who's your daddy? Yeah, your school's coming up short. What? Bilbo Baggins, I know you wish you had it, but you ain't though. Nope. We just crossed you over.